Why did I decide to revisit history, and how much time did you spend researching, especially from a historical point of view? Well, I've always loved history. That's what I studied in university. I did a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in history. I graduated in 1986. And the reason I did a master's degree was because I wanted to write a thesis, which is kind of like a modest book. I mean, so that ambition was there early on. I've always liked history. I wanted to write history. I also wanted to write novels, but I didn't know how. I was more equipped to write history. So that's what I started with. How much time did you spend researching? Oh God, I spent, not years, I spent decades researching Daikon. And you know what? It was because writing a novel, writing a history book is easier than writing a novel. I found writing a novel was difficult. It took me a long time to figure out how to do it. And in hindsight, that was probably a good thing, because I would research and I would try to write and I'd get frustrated and give up. And then I would return to it a few years later and I'd try again. And every time I would return to the project and try to write it, I'd do more research, and it would lay down another layer of believability, reality in the story. So in the end, I think I did a tremendous amount of research, not all of which I used, but I think it wove, the effect was to weave a very complex cloth that became the novel. If I had succeeded early on, Daikon would not have been nearly as good, I don't think, because I wouldn't have devoted all that time to researching. So, but I mean, if you want the number of years, I started in, I think it was 1997. So in total, giving up, returning to it, giving up, returning to it, I think it was like 27 years that I spent before I actually finished writing the novel.